All right, we are going to keep that train rolling with more. Let's talk about different page sizes for PowerPoint. All right, so there's a lot of different things that you can create here. Let me put myself down at the bottom. Sorry, I keep putting myself up on the top. Okay, so we have like two different ideas. Okay, so we have our PowerPoint presentation that we created originally, right? The 8.5 by 11. Now, this is going to be your powerhouse. Most of your products that you're going to have are this 8.5 by 11. You're not going to be making, a different size that's like this for like other printables. Most of your printables are going to be this standard vertical creation. But you can also, if you go over to design, we've talked about this before, so this should be a nice little recap for you. Go to slide size and then custom slide size. You can just reverse these, right? So you can do 11 inches by 8.5. And then you can select OK, and then maximum fit, whatever. And then you can come back over here and you can save this current theme as horizontal, right? So you can do that. So then you have both in your file. So remember, you have to go to more themes, and then you go over here to custom, and then you just click on it. So you have your regular, and then you have your horizontal. So they're both there. Those are the first two that I would create if I was building out a little library for myself. PowerPoint's, custom slide size box is really, designed around physical sizes. So like it's mostly inches, right? But it doesn't mean that you can't. I wonder if it says right here. Oh, this product is no longer supported. Oh, never mind. It won't tell you. That's funny. Anyway, Microsoft says that it'll support all these different things. So you can type inches. Like what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here is that you can type in different numbers and it'll just convert it to inches. So like our cover photos, for example, I did the 2000 by 2000 pixels. It might just be smarter or wiser for you to think about it as just a square slide rather than, obsessing over making it exactly 2000 pixels wide, if that makes sense. So my PowerPoint is, when I do this 2000 by 2000, I believe, so you can type in 2000 px and then hit tab. Yeah, mine makes it 20 inches. So you can do that. You can just pick a number that works for you. You can do like 13 inches by 13 inches. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do the 2000 pixels. It doesn't matter. So that's one thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so let's talk about this. All right, so I have some notes. The size that I like to use for my PowerPoint, or not my PowerPoint, my Teachers Pay Teachers cover is, I like to use 2000 by 2000 pixels. I know that TpT currently recommends that it's at least 750 pixels by 750 pixels and under 4 megabytes. It says that under here. I have it for you. So TpT can generate their thumbnails for you, but it says that it likes, you can take a screenshot of each page. The recommended image dimensions are 750 by 750, and it should be smaller than 4 megabytes. If your files are too large, zoom out further when you take your screenshot. Okay, so that is what their recommendation is. So you can just come over here again, go to design, and just change your slide size. So you can do 750 pixels by 750 px. Oops. 750 px, and it'll do it the way that you want. I like to do the 2000 px. I just like it. I don't know. I like the size that it gives me. So you can do that, and then there you go. You have this nice big juicy thing, and you can file. I'm sorry, not file. You can save this as your cover photo. Covers. Covers. And then again, we come over here and we go to more themes. Sorry, that was really quick. Come over to file, and then we go over here to more themes, and then you would just come over here to custom, and you can pin it. I believe you can pin something ridiculous like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably. So it is pinned. Maybe it's just not going to do it because I have it open. Yeah, there we go. So we have, 3. And then when we click on it, it'll take us to this square. So I personally create mine at 2000 by 2000 because I like having like this nice large working image. Just the important part is that it's a square, right? And then previews. So I like to just do a regular basic blank presentation. This is the size that I use for my previews. So it's like 13 1/3 inches by 7.5. And it's basically just like a little, sales presentation. So if you go to and you go to one of my products that actually have this dog. Oops. I am not logged in. Naturally. Okay. Maybe I'll just not log in. Okay. Let's go to just like a random product and then view the preview. Please be the correct. Okay. Yeah. So I just went to this random product. I apologize, Natalie Lynn. It's a beautiful product. But their preview is wide like this. You see, it's not like a square. It is a rectangle, a wide rectangle. So each of her pages takes up like the whole page, right? So you can see more of what she's telling you about. Like she's telling you about what the product is, and then she's showing you the product. And you can do that really easily, and it takes up most of the page so that it looks nicer. Just looks nicer, right? So that's why we do that. Now, it'll give you a lot of horizontal space for your product image and your mock-up on one side or the other. And then of what's included, you'll have room for close-ups, an example of pages, and then you can export the whole thing as a PDF. I will say that TpT doesn't like give you a width or height when it talks about its previews. So let's see, this is what I found about previews. So they talk about the thumbnail is on the side, and then the preview is right here. But it doesn't really tell you like what it should look like. Make a preview long enough to give the buyer a good idea of what the product is, but without giving all of your content away. Product pages containing preview downloads are better positioned to sell. So they do say that you sell better when you use, but it doesn't say anything. So it can be a PDF, it can be a PNG, it can be a JPEG, but it does say that most previews are commonly around 1 to 3 pages. So I would, do that. So this is my design choice of the 16 by 9, which is what this is. It's not a TpT requirement, and I just wanted to make that really clear. Another thing is that you can make like little cards, you can make posters. So like the 8.5 by 11 would be one. You could make the larger posters if you want. It's all the same. You just have to do this design and then go to slide size. And you can change, I believe it said something like, I don't know what it thinks. Let's see. You can make it super, super long, I guess. What is this? It's like 54 inches long. Oops. Yeah, 54 inches. You can make it 54 inches by 54 inches. Now that would be huge, but it goes up to 54 inches. So you can do like the large costume posters that are like 11 by 17 or, 24 by 36. It's up to you, whatever you would like to do. If I'm selling a poster that's designed to print on several sheets of regular paper, I'm still going to think about what the customer actually needs to print, not just make a giant PowerPoint slide, because PowerPoint lets me. I'd probably split it up into multiple, like 8.5 by 11s, and give them instructions about how to paste them together. So the biggest thing to understand is when we use PowerPoint to create printables, our slide is basically our piece of paper or our finished graphic, right? So 8.5 by 11 is generally the most that you're going to use. The 10 by 10 for square covers is another one. And then, the previews is a third one. You can do Pinterest graphics. I feel like using Canva is a better idea for that. But I would just do 10 by 15 for that. So you can go to custom slide size and then just do like 10 by, what was it, 15, I believe it was. And then you'll have a pin size. So don't choose a size because it's the size you've always chosen, or always used. Choose the size based on what the finished product needs to do. So if it's going to be a pin, make it a pin size. If it's going to be, a task card set, then make it a task card set size. Give yourself enough room to do what you need to do, but keep in mind, if it's printed, it needs to be the size of the paper. All right. So I hope that helps with how to change things, how to change sizes around. I'll see you in the next one.